I've been to an Andrew Locke workshop to which he covered a lot on shoulder rehab stuff as well as lower back stuff. I just want to show you some shoulder stuff that you can work on in your own time. And again, with all this sort of stuff that I talk about, it really depends on who you want to listen to and how you implement things. And on top of that, dosage is an important thing to consider. Quickly just going over dosage, you might need to start off small with some things and then increase from there. I don't see too much of a problem with the following exercises, however, you've just got to see how you pull up or feel. Not all things work for everyone, but I feel like Andrew Locke is saying that this stuff that he's got people to work on has really significantly helped them in terms of any sort of shoulder pain that they've been experiencing with bench press in general. And this is just not for people that are doing bench press, but just keeping it nice and simple. A lot of it is working on those muscles back here that require more attention in general, like your rhomboids and all that sort of stuff. Most of us are pretty tight through here or through the front, and rather than just stretching out all the time and just stretching out a muscle that's just getting, just overworked too much, this is more about, again, to strengthening up muscles that need attention, that need to get stronger. This could even possibly just help open you up a little bit more. So it's the Andrew Locke Big 3, and I think he's almost called it the Big 4 now because he's added in something else. So you can either do this with dumbbells or just with your hands without any weight, or you could grab just a couple of tiny weights at home. It might even be cans of veg that you might find in your cupboard. First things first, if you are someone that is sitting a lot, all right, in front of a computer or driving or whatever, when I said dosage, you have to consider how much you actually want to change some of the things that are going on with your body. This is something that you might want to practice this next exercise in particular 2 or 3 times a day at the office. Quite simply, fingers interlaced, behind head, sitting up nice and tall, just to try and get a bit more activation through that upper back region. Is just pulling your elbows behind you for 5 seconds, or pulling your elbows back and then relaxing. Okay, I'll show you again. And then relaxing. Keep in mind, I'm not trying to press my head forward. I'm staying nice and tall and pulling my elbows back as strongly as I can without hurting myself. So you do a set of 5-second holds. Do that a few times during your work shift. Again, if you want to experience any sort of changes. Now, up in the ante or the progression on that, and this is a part of the possible addition to the Andrew Locke shoulder Big 3, is doing that on the ground. So, forehead on the mat. I think the forehead cue was used just to try and keep yourself or your spine in neutral position as best as possible. Fingers interlaced behind your head. Okay. And again, I really like this one. All I'm doing is lifting up my elbows for 5 seconds and then relaxing. Okay. I'll do it one more time. Up for 5 seconds and then relaxing. All right, so that wasn't quite 5 seconds. Obviously, we've got a video to get through here. 5-second holds, elbows up. That's all you need to think of really strongly. And for 5 reps, try and do it in the morning. Try and do it at night. Now, the next bit with the shoulder stuff. Ideally, if you were trying to possibly alleviate some shoulder pain or get rid of it, his recommendation is to do this twice a day, every day, for almost the rest of your life, okay? There are just some things that require attention. So, first position
and I'll use dumbbells to start off with. My shoulders are in internal rotation, hands by my side. All right? So all I want you to think of is lifting the dumbbells up and placing them down softly. So these are 1 kilo dumbbells. Probably don't go any more than 2 kilos. If you're doing this with weight, 15 reps. If you're doing it without weight, it's 25, okay? So that's the hands by your side. Now, if you were doing it, sorry, the next bit I should say, so this internal rotation, palms up, then you'd flip over your weights and do 15 reps in this position, okay? Again, without weight, you're doing 25 reps. Now, the thing that I found really tough without weight, and I'll just show you, is I'm keeping my hands as close to me as possible. Now, it's okay just to lift those hands up like so, but what you can also do is when you lift the hand up is lead with the thumb. And that's what's really hard when you're trying to keep your hands really close. Okay? So 25 of them is tough if you're keeping your hands nice and close. Now the last bit on this is arms out at 90 degrees. So with weight, 15 reps. Without weight, 25. In particular, Andrew Locke uses cue in this position is you just lift it up by a couple of inches and then place the dumbbells down on eggshells. So you're not smashing the eggshells as you come down. So there's no, with any of these, there's no squeezing behind the shoulder blades or whatever. Just do the action and let the muscles do what they need to do. Okay, so up, a couple of inches, lying down on eggshells. Just to reiterate, 15 reps with weight, or if you haven't got any weight, 25. And if you want to do this routine, I'd recommend doing it twice a day.